there, spooky friends, and welcome to another episode of Pastatime with the Scaryish Podcast.
Woo!
I'm Robin Grace, this is Adam Diaz.
Hello.
And today is going to be like an SCP episode, I guess. Adam was just like, you know what I want to do this week? SCPs. If you haven't heard about what SCPs are, please go back in our catalog to the first SCP episode that I ever did, and it goes over what they are.
Indeed. So we'll also give a little bit of a brief explanation. So very similar to how we read creepypastas on Pastatime. The SCP Foundation is another website similar to creepypasta, but it's more themed around secure, contain, protect. So it's essentially like you're writing a profile for some sort of monster or supernatural, spiritual, weird object. And like basically what it does and how you can contain it and how you can protect people from it. And some of them are really interesting and fun. Some of them are really fucking creepy. And I just really, really like it. I think it's such a great writing prompt and there are so many. So I was like, let's do some SCPs tonight. And like I think we mentioned on episode 3 of Pastatime, we'll probably intersperse some SCP episodes here and there because I really enjoy them and we get a lot of suggestions for them. So in fact, I think 2 of the ones we're reading tonight come from suggestions. So we'll give shout out to those folks when we get to those particular ones. We actually haven't decided who's going to be going first, you or I.
Why don't you go first? Is yours longer? Mine's pretty long.
I don't know the length of mine, to be honest with you, because like I know the length of mine when I was reading it, but when I like adjust everything so that I can have like the screen in front of me, I squish it, you know. So I don't know how long it is, but I can go first. That's no problem.
All right, right.
So I am going to be starting out tonight with SCP-096. The object class is Euclid, and to remind you folks, a Euclid is an SCP that's an anomaly that requires more resources to contain completely, or where containment isn't always reliable. Basically, it's not quite over 9,000 on the power level, but it's getting there. So there's Safe, Euclid, Keter, I think is like the super dangerous one.
Not to be confused with Cooter.
Exactly. Cooter is super dangerous. So this one's a Euclid, and here is the profile. Special containment procedures for SCP-096. It is to be contained in its cell, a 5 meter by 5 meter by 5 meter airtight steel cube at all times. Weekly checks for any cracks or holes are mandatory. There are to be absolutely no video surveillance or optical tools of any kind in SCP-096's cell. Security personnel will use pre-installed pressure sensors and laser detectors to ensure SCP-096's presence inside the cell. Any and all photos, video, or recordings of SCP-096 likeness are strictly forbidden without the approval of Dr. Redacted. How the fuck are you going to know to get approval if you don't know the name of the doctor?
This sounds really familiar, like I've already covered this one.
I already read it. You have not. I have a list of all the ones that we've covered. Sorry.
Like from my previous episodes
Correct.
that I've done?
I have a list.
Not Pastatime episodes, but like topic episodes.
I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
What's the one that you think you covered? Let's just go ahead and pause the whole show for Robin. What's the one you think you covered?
Is this about one where like if you touch it, you start turning into...
Nope.
Okay, cool.
Not at all.
Okay. Is it a mask?
Doesn't trust me. It's not a mask either.
Okay.
It's also not a stairwell. It's none of the ones that you've covered. Description. SCP-096 is a humanoid creature measuring approximately 2.38 meters in height. I don't know how tall that is in feet, but I think it's like 7. Let's go with 7. Let me check it really fast, actually.
I just multiply it by 3 usually. It's like 7.
In feet. Wow, my keyboard's not working. It was like 38 meters.
I was like, that's a huge
That's
number.
going to be a tall boy right there. It's 7.8 feet. Okay, so it's almost 8 feet tall. Click. Marked it. Cool. So 2.38 meters in height is around 7.8 feet. Knew that just off the top of my head. Totally didn't Google it just now. Subject shows very little muscle mass with preliminary analysis of body mass suggesting mild malnutrition. It's tall and lanky. Arms are grossly out of proportion with the rest of the subject's body with an approximate length of 1.5 meters each. So that's like 4 feet? Yeah, it's like 4 feet.
Sounds like a basketball player.
Skin is mostly devoid of pigmentation with no sign of any body hair. SCP-096's jaw can open to 4 times the normal of an average human. Other facial features remain similar to an average human with the exception of the eyes, which are also devoid of any pigmentation. It is not yet known whether SCP-096 is blind or not. It shows no signs of any higher brain function and is considered to be sapient. SCP-096 is normally extremely docile with pressure sensors inside its cell indicating it spends most of its day pacing by the eastern wall. However, when someone views SCP-096's face, whether it be directly, via video recording, or even a photograph, look at this
fucking knew it. Oh my god.
Every time I do it, kills me. It will enter a stage of considerable emotional distress. Fuck. I'm out of breath, man. So we came up the stairs, then we started the show, and that's more than enough for a 36-year-old like me to be tired. SCP-096 will cover its face with its hands and begin screaming, crying, and babbling incoherently. Approximately 1 to 2 minutes after the first viewing, SCP-096 will begin running to the person who viewed its face, who will from this point on be referred to as SCP-096-1. Documented speeds have varied from 35 kilometers per hour to redacted kilometers per hour, because why would you need to know how fast the thing is? And seems to depend on distance from SCP-096-1. At this point, no known material or method can impede SCP-096's progress. The actual position of SCP-096-1 does not seem to affect 096's response. It seems to have an innate sense of 096-1's location. Note, this reaction does not occur when viewing artist depictions. And then there's a separate story where it's like, someone painted it. Upon arriving at SCP-096-1's location, SCP-096 will proceed to kill and, in parentheses, data expunged, SCP-096-1. 100% of cases have left no traces of 096-1.
So this thing is just like...
If you see its face, it will hunt you and kill you no matter what. SCP-096 will then sit down for several minutes before regaining its composure and becoming docile once again. It will then attempt to make its way back to its natural habitat, and then it says comma, and then data redacted, so we don't know what its natural habitat is. Due to the possibility of a mass chain reaction, including breach of Foundation secrecy and large civilian loss of life, retrieval of subject should be considered alpha priority. Dr. Blank has also petitioned for immediate termination of SCP-096, and then there's some redacted stuff, and it says termination order has been approved and is carried out by, and is to be carried out by Dr. Redacted on date redacted, which is annoying. However, there's an interview right after this.
It's like so many black bars.
Yeah.
So many black bars.
There's an interview from Dr. Redacted with Captain Redacted, who's retired, former commander of Retrieval Team Zulu 9A.
Commando sounds way cooler.
This dude is the one who captured this thing. So it's the captain being interviewed by the doctor. So I'm just going to call them Captain and Doctor. So, the beginning of the log is the captain speaking. It says, "It always sucks ass to get initial retrieval duty. You have no idea what the damn thing is capable of besides what jacked up information the field techies can scrape up. And you're lucky if they even tell you the whole story."
Do you want me to play the doctor?
Sure.
Okay.
They told us to, quote, bag and tag. Didn't tell us jack shit about not looking at the damn thing.
Could you describe the mission, please?
This is fun. This is roleplay. I like it.
Yeah.
Wink.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry. That's actually what the captain said. "We had 2 choppers, one with my team and one with backup with Zulu 9B and Dr. Redacted. We spotted the target about 2 clicks north of our patrol path. I'm guessing he wasn't facing our direction, else he would have taken us out then and there."
Your report says SCP-096 didn't react to the cold. It was beep, 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 degrees Celsius.
I guess that's the redacted
It's the
sound.
redacted. I don't know what to say.
Actually, it was me. And yes, it was butt naked and didn't so much as shiver. Anyway, we landed, approached the target, and Corporal Redacted I'm not making that sound every time. Got ready to bag it. That's when Dr. Redacted called. I turned to answer it, and that's what saved me. The target must have turned my whole squad. God fucking damn it. Marking it. If it will let me. There we go. The target must have turned, and my whole squad saw it.
That's when SCP-096 entered an agitated emotional state?
Yep. And then in brackets it says, interviewed, now pauses for a second before continuing. I couldn't do that audibly, like me getting choked up, because the audio listeners would have been like, what the fuck happened to the audio? Sorry. Got the willies for a second.
That's all right.
Yeah, well, I never saw its face. My squad did, and they paid for it up the ass.
Could you describe it a little more, please?
Could you take your vibrating phone off the desk, please?
Is it vibrating?
Yeah, you can't feel that? It's
No.
next to you.
I restarted my phone earlier, so now everything's kind of reset.
Yeah.
Sorry.
You're just gonna narrate you going through your phone in the middle of an episode.
Yeah.
Take it off the desk.
I turned the vibration off.
It's like you turned the speakers off the other week. Okay, here we go. Yeah. It started screaming at us and crying. Not animal roaring, though. Sounded exactly like a person. Really fucking creepy. We started firing when it picked up Corporal Redacted and ripped off his leg. God, he was screaming for help. Fucking A. Anyway, we were blowing chunks out of the target round after round. It didn't do jack shit. I almost lost it when it started. Data expunged him. I'm gonna guess. Blowing him. Yep.
I fucking knew you were gonna say that. That's when you ordered the use of an AT-4 HEDT launcher?
An anti-tank gun? Yeah. Started carrying it ever since SCP Redacted got loose. I've seen those tear through tanks like tissue paper. Did the same thing to the target.
There was significant damage to SCP-096?
It didn't even fucking flinch. It kept tearing apart my squad, but with half of its torso gone. And then I draw a large half circle across his torso.
Whoa, so it's like
you just imagine drawing a circle on your own chest.
Okay.
Like that's all gone.
But it was taking damage?
If it wasn't showing it. It must have lost all its organs, all its blood, but it didn't acknowledge any of it. Its bone structure wasn't hurt at all, though. It kept tearing apart my squad.
So no actual structural damage. How many rounds would you say were fired at SCP-096?
At the least, 1,000. Our door gunner kept his GAU-19 on it for at least 20 seconds. 20 fucking seconds. That's 650 caliber rounds pumped into the thing. Might as well have been spitting at it.
Sounds hot. This is when Zulu 9B arrived?
Yeah, and my squad was gone. Zulu 9B managed to get the bag over its head and it just sat down. We got it into the chopper and got it here. I don't know how I never saw its face. May God or Buddha or whoever thought I should live. The jackass.
We've attained an artist's depiction of SCP-096's face. Would you like to view it?
You know, after hearing that thing screams and the screams of my men, I don't think I want to put a face to what I heard. No. Just no.
All right, I believe we're done here. Thank you, Captain.
Then chairs are heard, moving, and footsteps leave the room. Captain Redacted is confirmed to have left the interview room.
Let this be on record that I'm formally requesting that SCP-096 be terminated as soon as possible.
End log. Which is the way you say the end.
Okay, so they have a picture, a drawing of it, but that's different, right? You said there's a different case of someone having painted it.
Correct.
But because it's like if you have a recording or whatever of this thing's face.
Can't see videos, pictures, and then apparently it's okay if you see it in painting form.
Okay. So the drawing, it's not that bad.
The drawing should have been okay.
But whoever had to look at it to draw it.
They convinced the other person to look at it by holding it up and saying, look at this photograph.
Fucking fuck. All right, cool. Nice, thanks.
So pretty creepy. Like the interview's all right, but I really like the description of this thing. It's like you could write a story about this thing because it's kind of awesome. But yeah, that's SCP-096. Hope you enjoyed it.
Thanks.
All right, let's look over in Stream Chat, see what your wonderful folks had to say on this beautiful Wednesday, if there ever was one. All right.
I'm going to open this thing.
All right, tonight we're going to be drinking mead.
Yes, I have this like Viking. How does that work? Viking mead? It's like honey wine made by Vikings. Who knows? I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. She picked it up at some point when she was just burning through money at the liquor store. So, some quick shout outs. Shout out to Mars Likes Frogs, who followed us 14 hours ago when we were off the air. Shout out to Glitch, who resubscribed using Prime Gaming for the 22nd month. And shout out to Emanon, who subscribed for the 16th month using his own dollar bills, y'all. Thank you so much. Yeah, we appreciate that. All right. And Kayla Ray Reads has already redeemed a drink. Let's scroll up and see what we have. That's all you're going to give me?
Oh, I'll taste it first. What if we don't like it?
I have to drink it no matter what. Glitch was the first person in either channel and said, woo! Chunkster also was here right after Glitch. What happened?
It was spilling out.
Chunkster also has redeemed another drink. Tanned Antonation Major Wolf. It's nice to see all of you folks joining us for this wonderful episode. IMB Trainers, #Team Exhausted. Yeah, I hear you. Glitch. I don't know what I thought I could have sworn I saw Glitch was on a team, but maybe he was just murdering people or got murdered super quick. Cheers. Yeah, it tastes like exactly how I remember it. I haven't had mead in like 15 years, though.
I've never had it before in my life.
It's like wine mixed with vodka mixed with honey, and it's not bad. All right, Kayla Ray Reed says, "Hi, my loves, watching tonight with Mama Reads," and I'm listener says, "Should we tell dirty jokes to embarrass you?" Nah, not necessary.
It says, "Serve slightly chilled in a wine glass."
It's chilled as fuck, and we're drinking it out of whatever we want because we're grown-ups.
Well, I was like, okay, a Viking mead, let's pick like mugs or like, what are those things that we have that are, it's like...
Glasses?
Not glasses.
Chalices?
Not chalices.
Shot glasses?
Like a big old...
Bowls.
Like those mugs that we have that have the lids on them. What are those called?
Steins?
Steins.
We should have been drinking out of Steins, but you didn't say that downstairs.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking, but...
It's a shame you didn't say it out loud.
Yeah.
Chunks
this is 19%, dude.
Yeah, 19% is good.
Jesus.
Chunks says, "I'm almost done with work. Just have a few more stuffs to do then. Freedom." Kayla Ray Reed says, "I meant to put the heart emoji, but dirty jokes would make her laugh, so I'm down. That's hilarious." All right, go for it. Scriptry is here. Natty is also here. It's nice to see. Scrolling. Maya is over there on YouTube, says, "Yay, I made it." Thank you for joining us, Maya. We appreciate you.
This reminds me of like an apple cider, right?
Yeah, a little bit. All right. Serotonin MG says, "Heyo, long time no see." Hello, thank you for joining us and coming back. I'm gonna keep scrolling here. Just shaking the shit out of the desk, dog. That's where our cameras reside. All right. Serotonin says, "Wow, sounds like me. Doesn't want anyone to see their face. LOL." That's hilarious.
I don't want anybody to see my face half the time.
It's a lie. She looks beautiful all the time. Mr. Redacted or Dr. Redacted is not pleased. It's just so the overuse of redacted in that was definitely
it was too
annoying
many
the shit out of me.
redactions. I get wanting to like be super create a really huge backstory to things, but when you redact everything, it's like you're taking me out of the story.
You really are when you don't have names for your characters, and it's just like, okay, well, this seems a bit excessive.
I was reader says, "Ooh, Robin wanting to play doctor." You know me. I always want to play with people's insides.
So gross. And people's is really weird. I was hoping you'd be more specific to me. Horror. Jesus Christ. Obviously I don't think this is horror. Anyways, what else do we have over here? Someone just texted me and wished me a happy birthday a little bit late, but it's very nice of them.
Who was it?
Matt.
Oh, cute. A lot of people talking about being Geminis.
Boo. Gemini just talk so much shit. Oh my god.
What?
They do. They talked shit last week. They were talking shit in the Discord. Which Robin
I thought you meant like Geminis in general just talk shit. I'm like, what are you talking about?
They do.
God.
Lee, Liz.
Stop.
So many.
You're so stupid.
Actually, both those people like don't talk shit
I
at all.
know. Scroll. Lots of people talk about Geminis. Lol.
Everyone's excited about the mead.
Aw, I'm Beef Trainer says, "I know the time for Aries has passed, but can we get some Aries love going?"
My dad's an Aries, actually.
What are Aries?
March 20th till April 20th.
Is it really?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Like, why did you not believe me?
I have no idea. I that's very. I was surprised you knew the exact
The
dates.
20th to the 20th on all the things. So.
Is it really?
Yeah, and the Aries is before Taurus.
Is it really?
Yeah, because my dad's an Aries, and he's born April 19th. He just made the cusp.
Whoa. Today I learned.
Yeah. Scorpios are late October babies. So my brother's a Scorpio, and you're a Scorpio. That's why I hate both of you. Not really. Love you both.
Everything I always read about Scorpios is like...
Evil?
No.
Manipulative?
But they're just like super sexy people. Like,
I was going to say hoe bags.
Yeah. But I'm just like, what the fuck?
However, I do like Aries. A lot of my friends are Aries as well.
I had a friend named Aries.
We got lots of Tauruses, lots of Aries, and then a ton of whatever early December is. Cool.
Chunkster said, "This kind of reminded me of the Doctor Who episode of Crash of Byzantium." That's the one
where... The image of an angel is the angel.
Yeah, that's the one where Jesus.
God.
That's the 11th Doctor one with angels, right? Where with Amy Pond.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. Such a good episode. What's his name is in that episode from Game of Thrones? Jorah Mormont is in it.
I can't remember, to be honest with you. I remember a lot of the Game of Thrones actors crossing over into the Doctor Who realm. I remember Davos Seaworthy is in there, and then I mean obviously Macy Williams because that was after. But yeah, I can't remember.
Yeah, Jorah Mormont is the one that falls in love with the queen, right? With the Khaleesi.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he in that episode is like the head priest that's running the whole team.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, you're right. I'm pretty sure you're right. Ginseng Joe says, I'm here for you, brochacho. Thank you. Appreciate
let's
that.
see. A lot of people said they love mead. That's crazy.
Yeah.
I've really never had it before.
Natty suggested Steins. You totally nailed it. That was the word Robin was looking for.
Let's see. Oh, Maya over on YouTube says you guys look awesome. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I'm also doing says, is it Blackbriar or Hunting Brew? This is Vikingerness.
You can hold it up to the camera.
Oh, it's this. Ouchie. I touched the microphone. Boop. Yeah. I don't know. I just picked it up. There was like 4 different ones. And there's one that had like hibiscus in it. I was just like, no, I don't want that.
All
but
right. I think I've already taken another drink, but I'm going to take my second official drink.
Oh, yeah. That'd be smart.
One thing I will say is that it has a very potent scent. Not as bad as the taste, though.
No.
I'm What's for Dinner says, Dirty Joke of the Week. What do the sanitary napkins say of the fart? You are the wind beneath my wings.
Gross.
That's gross, but funny. Chunk says, nice. I remember I had mead when I went to a Renaissance fair. It was fun. 2 years ago, to be exact.
A Renaissance fair?
I hate how you pronounce that. Maya says I'm an heiress. There you go. We got some heirs in the crowd as well.
Glitch says I do kind of talk some shit.
See?
Gemini is so funny.
Tammy over there on YouTube says, hey guys, so glad I made it. We're happy you're here, Tammy. Thank you for joining us.
I'm Beef Trainer says, have to be honest, first time I ever tried mead was at a Ren Fest and it was served warm. That was the most amazing thing ever for the warming effect.
Really?
Nice.
Interesting.
I wouldn't know how to serve it. I just read the back of the bottle.
Natty says, evil? Ouch. All the Scorpios I know are proud of it when I say evil usually. Chunkster over there says, I'm a Leo. What does it say about me? My mom's a Leo. So it says you're incredibly hardworking because I think that is her most notable trait is she is
and
always working.
Incredibly kind.
Yeah. Generous too. MQI says, hi everyone. Better late than never, I guess.
Also, thank you so much for the package you sent us.
Care package of Montana.
Yeah, Montana care package. I'm very excited to eat all the huckleberry things. There's like taffy in there, saltwater taffy type
I'm gonna eat the shit out of that jerky. I don't know if I'm gonna share it with Robin at all. I'm so jerky will be in my belly by the end of this night.
Let's see. I'm also says, why would you ever put hibiscus in mead? Who knows?
Who knows why anyone does anything?
I don't know.
Why would you ever put peanut butter and chocolate? It worked out, right? MQI says, did you guys get my package, Robin?
Yes,
you
we
look
did.
Super cute. I like your shirt,
thank
Adam.
you.
Thank you. It was a birthday gift from my mom.
Kaylee Ray Reese says my mom laughed really loud after the dirty joke of the week, and I was like, what the fuck?
TD Funk says, Tauruses unite.
Let's see.
I'm watching it says Taurus, a big bag of bull. I don't know if it's a bag of bull. It's just a bull that will run you down. Also, I have one on my back.
Oh, it is so fugs.
It is just the worst tattoo.
It is the worst tattoo.
SB says, sorry, I'm late. No worries. We've only read one SCP so far.
It's funny because he's always just like, can you scratch my tattoo? I'm like, how could I ever miss it?
She also is terrible at back scratches. Since we're just going to bring up back scratching and my terrible tattoo, if you scratch Robin's back, the best you could ever scratch fucking back for 20, 30 minutes straight, and you're like, it's my turn now. There's a fucking phrase called if I scratch your back, you scratch mine, about reciprocation. She's
no
just
breathing.
like, she's like this, like, you good? Every time, I'm just like, I hate you so much. Also, I have to bring this up. This is for you wonderful folks out there. So, yesterday was my birthday. Thank you to everyone who wished me a happy birthday. If you didn't wish me one, it's totally okay. I actually worked yesterday. And
I was expecting you to be like, the fuck you.
I didn't care anymore. People were wishing me a happy birthday at work and all these chat channels, and I was like going through the channels looking for information I needed. So I was like, can everyone just shut the fuck up for a second? Like, I'm actually working right now. But anyways, my buddy wished me a happy birthday on Facebook. My friend John, who's one of my closest friends ever. And he posted a picture of me, him, and my friend Nick. And it's from 2013. And it was back when I was skinny and just fucking walked.
God, he's going to tell this story.
Like, after I'm done working, like, I open my gift from my mom. It's like a card and this little care package of goodies, snacks. And I'm like, I'm not feeling great. Like, my head kind of hurts. Like, I think I'm just tired. So I went and I decided I was going to lay down for like an hour and then just eat some snackies and watch some TV. So I go in the bedroom and I lay down and Robin comes in and she comes in and I was like, oh, check out this thing that John tagged me in when he said happy birthday. So I give her my phone and she looks at my phone. She's like, oh my God, I forgot about this. And she's just like looking at it. And so you, camera, are going to be me laying on the bed. And I'll be Robin, okay? She's looking at like... and like the blood just drains from her fucking face. Like,
are you going to show them the picture then?
What happened to you?
Are you going to show the picture?
Sure, I can show the picture. But it was just like... I was laying there, and as she realized what her face had just done, the feelings that her face had just betrayed, I was just looking up at her, and I was just like, fuck you. And she just starts cackling madly for like 2 straight minutes. It was so brutal. I'll show you folks the picture, and you can take over from
Bob
here.
says, is this the explosive diarrhea story? Is that, are you talking about the time that Adam pooped himself?
No, that's not the story. This was yesterday. When I shit my pants, that was like 5 or 6 years ago.
Oh my god!
It wasn't explosive. It was just a sneaky fart.
Just oh, you mean a sneaky shart?
It was.
Oh my god! I just think it's funny you blamed the dog. Then you're like,
I was playing Halo with my friend. I had to walk away immediately. So I was like, oh, I gotta go. The dog's thrown up. And then I came back and I told him, like, I just shoot my pants.
Oh my fucking god! Thank you everybody who's wishing Adam happy belated birthday.
Thank you. I appreciate
you guys are so awesome.
Clearly didn't listen when I told you it was not necessary, but thank you.
MQI says, I thought the Bigfoot sticker was appropriate. It's kind of a thing here.
Let me
go grab him.
John, show me what he posted yesterday.
So got us this eye break for Bigfoot. I think this is my favorite though. This is such a cute
I really
sticker.
like the one.
It's like I love the freaking bear identification and one's fucking gummy bears. It's adorable. I love it.
So there's the picture Robin saw.
Look at Adam. Look at young Adam. That's 10 years ago, Adam.
Come on, camera, focus.
I wonder if you have to put your hand closer to it. Is it working?
It's clearly I'm just skinnier.
He's just much skinnier. Not that you're not hot now.
I might actually have that set to not autofocus. But yeah, she looked at that and then she looked at me and she was just like so disappointed with her life's decisions. I grow a much better mustache now, though.
You do grow much better facial hair. I will say that. That's a good picture of you.
It's a solid
That's
picture.
a really good picture of you. Like, look at him. Look at Adam. Crazy.
Won't focus.
Crazy.
It doesn't fucking matter. I don't look like that anymore.
I was gonna say that looks like.
I had some guy that was so rude to me when I started working at Tesla because I had a headshot that they wanted, and it was when I had started gaining a little bit of weight, and I still wasn't as heavy as I am now, and I gave it to them, and it was like 20 pounds off, and he's like, "I need a more current headshot. This doesn't look like you." And I was like, "It looks exactly like me because it's fucking me." He's like, "No, you must be like 100 pounds lighter here." I'm like, "I was 20 pounds ago. Like, if you can't see the difference, like, you're an asshole." And the guy sitting next to me, because I was so offended, the guy sitting next to me, I was like, "Just look at the picture. Like, look at the picture and tell me who is this." And they looked at me and he goes, "That's you." And then the other guy was like, "You don't think he looks completely fucking different now?" And the guy sitting next to me was like, "I don't think I'm going to get involved in this." And the guy just stormed off. I was like, "Okay, cool. Fuck you too. I'm going to go to the break room and eat all the free candy. Suck my dick."
Oh my god.
Guy was such an asshole. I was so happy when I got fired.
Glitch says you have so many notifications on your phone.
I cleared before the show started.
I can't
stand. And then 30 minutes in, I have fucking 19 notifications all of a sudden.
I can't stand having a bunch of notifications on my phone. I can barely stand that the Samsung Health app won't go away from my notification bar because it shows you how many steps you take.
I don't even know how many steps. I have a 6,000 step goal, and I don't even know how far away I am from that because I don't work in an office anymore. I work from fucking home now.
I'm at 654 out of 10,000.
I think I actually have 1,000. I actually try and walk like for 2 or 3 minutes around downstairs just to get some steps in.
I don't take my phone around with me when I walk at work.
That would make sense then.
So
I always carried my phone when I was at work to get those steps.
All right. Glitch says dads are in now. Yeah, that's true. Okay, my turn to read.
Hang on. I'm still holding the mouse. All right. MQI says, "Amazing. You look like a baby in that picture. Thank you."
He was a baby. It was 10 years ago. He was like fucking 25.
26.
Oh, shit. 26.
Actually, that was 8 years ago. Shout out to Cursed Wolf who resubscribed using Prime Gaming for the 29th month.
Wow.
Good Lord. Thank you so much, Cursed Wolf.
Wow.
Let's call you Wolf. Thank you so much, Wolf.
Don't call him Cursed. That's weird.
All right. I'm going to mark it and then you get into your first one.
Your scratching is so loud.
Thanks. I'm like a dog.
That's panting. You're
correct.
I said scratching.
I know. And then I panted afterwards to do a second thing dogs do, and it confused you.
Sweet Jesus. Okay,
My bad.
whatever.
Good
I'm getting
God.
into my first SCP here of
You're
the
gonna need
night.
to take that again.
Fuck you, I'm talking! I'm going to go over my SCP of the night. The first one I'm going to cover is SCP-610, also known as the Flesh That Hates, apparently.
What object class is that, Robin?
It's object class Keter. Would you like to tell everybody what that one is?
If you want to click on that, sure. This information's not buried in my brain. Keter class SCPs are anomalies that are exceedingly difficult to contain consistently or reliably, with containment procedures often being extensive and complex. They're very dangerous, basically.
They're dangerous.
They're over 9,000.
All right. So, this one goes under special containment procedures. Due to the vast area of infection SCP-610 covers, containment is impossible. Isolation of the area has proved far more effective, and permission has been granted by the Russian government to establish a perimeter to keep people out of these areas under the guise of military operations.
You know it's got to be bad if the Russian government is being cooperative about it.
Should any organism displaying traits consistent with SCP-610 be sighted near this perimeter, then the established protocol requires it be engaged at range with small arms until immobile, then dispatched using incendiary weapons and munitions from as great a distance. Sean Connery.
Too much meat over here. Did that munitions also have like 6 M's on it?
Munitions. And munitions from as far a distance as possible. Any living thing coming in physical contact with an organization.
Jesus.
Man, 19%. I'm hot too. That meat has got me sweating.
Holy shit, are you hot?
Fuck you. Okay. Any living thing coming in physical contact with an organism infected with SCP-610 is considered expendable and is to be immediately terminated and incinerated.
Pretty fucked up.
Any persons coming within 3 meters of SCP-610, 3 meters is like, what? 9 feet? Yeah, something like that.
9.3 feet? I don't know. Somewhere around there.
Infected life are to immediately withdraw from the area, be isolated from the rest of their team, and subjected to medical I was going to say extermination. That's fucked up.
That would be.
Examination using only remote techniques to determine if infection has occurred and appropriate steps taken based on that determination, which is probably extermination. At present, the known infection vectors for SCP-610 spread seem to be focused on physical contact. Drone movements within heavily infected areas have returned air samples containing minute particles, which when exposed to organic compounds will result in the spread of SCP-610. The results of these particular tests have revealed that most require several days to manifest, if at all, with the exception of direct contact with exposed lung and liver tissue. How would you expose your lung and liver? Like if your chest was open? Maybe?
I don't know. Maybe it goes into you. I have no idea.
That's what she said. These particular tests show rapid rate of growth, which requires incineration of the testing environment no more than 24 hours after initial exposure, with even a 2-hour mishap risking a compromised facility event. Given that this kind of rapid growth only occurs in organic material existing outside the human body, this form of infection is currently considered a minor concern.
So there you go. It's like if your lung accidentally fell out of you, you're like, no.
That would be awkward.
Yeah.
It's
You
like,
have 2 of them.
You'd have to literally hack up a lung.
It's good. I guess that's a good joke.
Yeah. You know
I'll
you'd
give
like
it to you.
These peculiarities have given rise to a series of questions regarding the possible origin of the infection in conjunction with the failed redacted.
God, I hate
What
the
the
redacted
fuck?
shit. It's just as frustrating reading a short story that's redacted as it would be like an actual government file that's redacted.
Containment protocol remains at a scorched earth policy at this time, and no concern for transmission via water or air at infection parameters exists, barring situational changes in the field. So you don't really have to worry too much about it, like breathing it in or drinking it, but just don't physically touch it. So makes sense. Not too hard,
Don't
right?
let it touch your lungs. Don't smoke it.
Don't smoke it. Oh my God, that's true. You could totally. Well, no, was that air? Does that count if you smoke it?
Yeah.
But I mean, you can't get infected through
This
air.
is a joke that you're taking way too seriously.
All right, so the description of SCP-610. Initial reports of SCP-610 came direct from the Russian government through indisclosable channels. These reports consisted primarily of disappearances of farmers in the region and were not considered until the local police, followed by the regional police, and finally a government-dispatched agent all failed to report within a 72-hour period. So all these people went, never came back, right?
That's what I'm interpreting.
That's how I'm interpreting it as. A small military continually withdrew. And quickly withdrew, at which point the Foundation was contacted to investigate. The area SCP-610 affects is close to Lake Baikal, which you have fucking covered.
Oh my god, this is so cool!
In southern Siberia. Areas of known infection are marked on a map provided to us here. I'm not going to bring up the map because you guys can't see it. Containment perimeters are marked in blue on the map that I'm not showing you. Surrounding these infection areas, as of present, no further locations have been identified. Incursions into the perimeter must be reported prior to conducting confirmed during fucking what? Incursions into the perimeter must be reported prior to conducting, confirmed during exploration, and debriefed on immediately following return. So you have to go through all these steps in order to do it. All right. SCP-610 appears to be contagious, a contagious skin disease at first, with symptoms including rash, itching, and increased skin sensitivity.
I feel like I might have this all of a sudden.
On your feet. Within 3 hours, the disease will cause blemishes resembling heavy scar tissue to form in the chest and arm areas. You know what? I do have arm issues. I need to work.
You have arm issues?
I gotta work out my arms. I'm so weak. Spreading to the legs and back within an additional hour. So this thing just starts taking over your body and scar tissue. It consumes the victim completely within 5 hours. So within 5 hours, you fucked.
Can you save yourself, like if you touch it with your hand or whatever, by cutting off your hand? Is it like a Herschel from Walking Dead situation?
Oh, you chop it off? I don't know. Maybe we'll get there. Exposure to this high temperature...
Dude.
Exposure to high temperatures vastly decreases the time for the contagion to spread, and complete infections have been recorded occurring in as little as 5 minutes. So if you're in a hotter temperature, it goes faster.
Right.
Okay. After the completion of the infection occurs, the victim's life functions will cease for approximately 3 minutes, after which time they restart at 2 to 3 times the activity rate of a normal human. So they become a lot faster. Following this, the scar tissue on the victims will start to move of its own accord and grow at a rapid rate. Normal human features start to disappear at this point under the infection, and the path of mutation appears to be largely random. Subjects observed in this state of infection have been recorded as growing 3 or more limbs of such a type, such as arms or legs. The head may become misshapen and elongate or widen out, and parts of the subject may split open, from which additional branches of flesh will grow.
Sounds like the Blob or Akira a little bit.
This sounds like fucking some, what is that movie coming out? Venom and Carnage.
Do you think it sounds like a symbiote?
Like a symbiote, yeah.
I don't know, maybe.
I don't know.
It sounds way more Akira than Venom.
Yeah, I mean, Akira just got so fucked up at the end.
She has to casually correct my pronunciation.
It's just he gets real fucked up at the end of that movie.
Yeah, I've seen it. Yeah.
The duration of this stage of infection is unknown, and not all subjects appear to progress to the later stages. Under unknown conditions, an infected individual will cease moving and place itself in a location it deems suitable where it roots itself. So, what? The fleshy growth on the victim will then begin to spread itself across all surrounding objects and consume them.
Like Akira.
Such objects do not spread the infection as living creatures do. However, the effect of prolonged contact with these objects is recorded later in this document, and I'm not going to go over too much, I don't think. It is assumed that this behavior is to create an area hospitable to continued growth of the other infected.
No, that's interesting.
So it's like...
It's like an infected command center in StarCraft. If you're Zerg, you can take over a human command center and then produce infected Terrans from said command center that run up and explode, but they're hideous looking. It's just like that.
I
Robin's like, I hate you so much.
I feel like people don't play StarCraft anymore. Observation of life infected by SCP-610 by staff is impossible. Those infected with the disease immediately seek out aid as natural human impulse, resulting in unintended infections. So people that get infected are like, y'all need to help me. And then they just infect more people and infect more people. Those infected past the scar tissue phase actively and aggressively attempt to infect anyone approaching them within an undefined area. It's like those zombies that go out of their way to just keep biting people. They're not eating people. They just want to infect.
They're just spreading it, yeah.
Yeah. Which zombies are those? I forget which ones.
They're World War Z zombies, but I haven't seen that in a long time.
It has been established that should an infected be capable of sight and observe an uninfected, it will proceed towards them. If the infected has lost the ability of sight, a range of approximately 30 meters is considered safe. Observation of SCP-610 infected settlements. StarCraft infected call centers. Call centers. Command centers. Has been established using artificial methods such as remote robots, which we're sending into Chernobyl. BT dubs. The data returned from these observations, coupled with the openly aggressive nature of the infected to attempt to spread SCP-610, has resulted in the Keter classification. So it's dangerous because it just wants to keep infecting more and more and more people.
One dangerous Keter. I said Keter.
However, so long as nothing is allowed to enter or leave the infected areas, it is considered a neutralized threat. Of concern are the cavernous areas beneath the infected settlements that were discovered during the exploration, and attempts to get research personnel into these areas are underway. So this thing is just like, if it's out on its own, it's like, you're fine. Just don't go anywhere near it.
Don't go close to it.
Isolate it, quarantine it, keep it there. Things are fine. Just don't fucking touch it. Also, the whole thing about the Chernobyl robot is they're legitimately sending in robots.
Yeah, she didn't just read that. She read today that the levels are spiking in Chernobyl again, and
there's more radioactive.
She saw the headline, activity. Then she had me digging.
Yeah, I was like, can you look into that?
It's an inaccessible compartment that they're gonna have to drill down to.
Yeah, that they have to drill down to.
Send robots to investigate more.
Because there's more radioactive activity. Radioactive. Yeah, anyway.
Radioactive.
So that's why I was saying that. It's actually not part of the SCP.
They're going to get down to that chamber and they're going to find Imagine Dragons. And they're just going to steal that shit right back
up. Oh my god, I love Imagine Dragons.
You do not. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
You barely ever listen to Imagine Dragons.
Their songs are so good.
There's like 3 catchy Imagine Dragons songs. They're like 4-song EP they came out with when I first moved to Las Vegas in 2011. Like 3 of them wound up in movie trailers right away because those were catchy. And then after that, I don't know what the fuck happened.
All right, cool. But yeah, that's SCP-610.
Right on. Fucking Imagine Dragons should be SCP like 9999 or some shit. So
I'm covering really 999.
Right. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. So that was really good. I really like the fact that it sort of builds on itself and then it has a bunch of like sub SCPs for how it affects like other living material or inorganic material. So it's a really good one. Good job, Robin. Good pick.
Thanks.
All right. Let's go over to Stream Chat, see what you wonderful folks had to say. I'm going to start out in Facebook because we have some Facebook people interacting. It says just Facebook user because of Facebook's privacy policies. No big deal. Thank
you so much, Teeny B, for following us. Did you already read those?
No, I have not. Teeny B 30 for following us 12 minutes ago. Vampire Comics for subscribing for the 4th month using Prime Gaming, and Nefcore for subscribing for the 2nd month using Prime Gaming. Thank you so much.
Yes, if you folks have Prime Gaming, did you know? Well, if you had Amazon Prime, did you know you have access to Prime Gaming for free? It's part of your subscription every year. And if you sign up for Prime Gaming, just attach your Amazon account to your Twitch account, then you get a free subscription to whatever channel you desire once every 30 days. Hopefully that is us, because we would love that if that's the case.
Why not, right? We work hard. We can take it. You take $5 out of Jeff Bezos' pocket.
Because he has that money.
Even after the divorce. $250 goes into our pockets. Pretty good deal.
You know what I said the other day?
Oh, God.
Oh, man. It was so funny. It was at work like last week.
I love it when Robin tells you her jokes are funny before she even tells them to you.
No, but we were talking about something about how we need like sugar mamas or sugar daddies. And I was like, you know what? I'm going after fucking Bill Gates. He's single now.
Like that I've been putting in all this work and it's been for fucking nothing, apparently. All right. I'm going to read what's over there in Facebook. Joe is the one who said, is this grayscale, which is the disease that is in Game of Thrones?
it.
And then said, yes, it's just like that when I was talking about the StarCraft infested Terran, which is hilarious because he does play StarCraft.
What?
Also, Lizzie B has joined us over there in the Spooky Friends group and says, oh, hey. What up, Lizzie B? Thank you for joining us.
Man, we haven't played StarCraft, I feel like, in
It's been a fucking
years.
minute. We haven't played it since even the third expansion came out for StarCraft 2, so.
Whoa.
I don't think anyone's installed it. We have a collector's edition, like, literally right up there.
No, that
on
was
the
number
shelf.
2.
That's 3. That's
it?
the Protoss one, which is number 3.
I can see the void right there.
Yup. Head out of ass, Jesus. Right, I'm gonna scroll up. I like that Wolf during that said exterminate when they were talking about burning it.
It's a lot of Doctor Who references this episode.
When you kept tripping over your words, Glitch said the meat is bringing out that Viking. Ha ha. I don't think the ha ha was supposed to sound like that. I just saw a Simpsons clip before we went on the air and Nelson was in it, so.
I like the laughing from Hot Fuzz.
I'm What's for Dinner says, yeah, but did Hot Adam ever pull off a monkey tail beard?
Oh shit, I forgot you did that. Oh my god.
Kayla Ray has redeemed a high five. I will hold still. Because Robin is very violent.
If you folks haven't seen the monkey tail beard yet, you guys can actually go see it on Instagram. Did we post it on Instagram? I think we did.
For sure.
So you guys can check it out.
It's also my TikTok profile picture.
TikTok, something, I don't know the words.
Serotonin says, speaking of Russian government, did y'all hear they're reopening the Dyatlov Path incident? I have heard that. I heard that they said it was solved, and then when I tried to read up on it, it was basically just like, turns out it was no big deal all along. It's like, thanks, Russian government. We all believe you.
That's fucked up.
Just like when anyone who's a political... I'm not... Okay, never mind.
I was going to say...
Keep moving on before I get fucking assassinated.
Don't add us, Russia. All right.
MQI responded to Serotonin saying, interesting, I saw an article about it a few months ago that they thought they had solved it. I didn't know that they were reopening it. And then says, sorry, the article speculated what actually happened. They hadn't actually done the investigation yet. My articulation sucks. I think you're fine. All right, scroll. And what's here says diet zombies.
Because they just bite and move on. I think that's the ones from what is that movie? Train to Busan. I think those are the types of zombies too, where they just they just want to bite and keep moving.
I think you're right.
ASB Bunny says, I'm doing okay. Had a migraine yesterday, but doing much better today. You had a migraine yesterday too, twinsies.
I just had a headache, and I was like, I think this might be the start of a migraine. It's still kind of hanging out. Hailstorm has joined us. Says, hi, what up, Hailstorm? Thank you for joining.
Hailstorm says, I have good news. What is the good news? Tell us. Oh, I now have a girlfriend. Congratulations. That's awesome.
Congratulations. And lots of people saying congratulations as well.
Let's see.
Which says Alphabet Mafia. Hailstorm says, just got back from a date with her and I can't stop smiling.
Oh, that's so cute. So cute. That's so cute.
Good stuff. All right. We are actually kind of caught up on chat.
I just want to point out, if you folks did not know, the new pins that are like the gravestone pins are actually like, one is trans flag colors and the other is ace colors. So if you guys did not know that, now you do.
If you didn't know, now you know.
And I'm trying to work out like the different flags into the designs too. It's really hard trying to come up with something that's both functional and representative, but I'm working on it.
Indeed. She does a very good job. You do a very good job, Robin.
Thank you.
Like I was saying before Robin interrupted with that good news, we are kind of caught up on chat right now, so we're going to run a 1-minute ad break right now. When we come back, we'll catch up on the rest of chat, and then we'll move into the third SCP of the show. So if you are there on Twitch, you're going to get an ad break. Everywhere else, you will not.
The screen says unstable, and it
always says that.
And I just feel like...
said that for 80 episodes.
I'm trying to make a joke, and I feel like that's just my life right now.
Wow.
Unstable.
Well, so far today, you have confirmed that you like to play with people's insides and not my insides.
You won't let me play with your insides.
And then you said, okay, so therefore you can go play with other people's insides. And then you said that you're seeking to get a sugar daddy, specifically Bill Gates, because he's single now.
Crystal redeemed a drink.
I need a fucking drink after this show.
Oh my god.
I have one of Robin's eyelash brushes that she was using when she still had all the fake eyelashes. Works wonderfully on mustaches.
Yeah, I have no eyelashes now.
Look at this. Oh, yeah.
So yeah.
Good. Oh, yeah. Look at that. Just brush your mustache
Chunks
out.
just says, I'm cooking while watching this stream, making some beans.
Nice.
And rice.
The musical
beans
fruit.
And rice. The more you eat, the more you toot. Last night, Adam's farts were like the fucking worst. They were so rancid. I don't know why.
I know why. It's because I had sushi and chocolate cake and fruit roll-ups and fruit by the foot.
Oh, a whole box of
Slim Jims.
Yeah, Slim Jims.
So I was eating all my fucking birthday treats. I was going to talk about my farts. She farts and the dogs leave the room. It's disgusting. Our dog just goes into asthmatic fits. And they're always so loud. They shake the bed.
Her asthmatic fits.
Yeah. She wheezes.
Yeah.
Did you hear any of the other things I said? No.
No.
She just stops paying. She insults me and then just stops listening as soon as I start talking.
I took her to the mailbox today, and all she did was wheeze all the way to the mailbox and back. I was like, what the fuck?
Nefcore has redeemed a drink. Also, Curse Wolf redeemed a drink. I think we drank because of it, but I can't remember because who knows?
I don't know.
Brain no worky. Here's Nefcore's drink, though.
Okay. This stuff is strong. It doesn't taste like drinking vodka or something like that.
Well, vodka's 40%, so.
Oh, fucking Jesus. But this is strong. It's like really strong. It's like a good... It's more than an IPA, like a nice solid IPA that's usually like 13, 16.
IPAs are maybe like 12, 13 if they're good. If they're bad, they're like 15 and all you taste is the fucking hops.
Yes. But this is fucking 19 and it tastes good? What? Wait, what are the calories?
Who cares?
It doesn't even have calories on it? What the shit?
Maya says, I'm crocheting while watching you guys, LOL. Thank you.
Nice.
Looks like we just got back from the ad break, so welcome back, all friends over there on the Twitch. Glitch was nice enough to share Robin's Kawaii Corner in the chat in case you folks want to go check out those pins.
Yes.
I am What's for Dinner says, I am Beef Trainer has passed out. That's hilarious. I mean, you guys work very hard. We totally understand it. And you can always watch back or listen to the edited episode on Fridays. Yes. Hailstorm says, I need 400 more to redeem a drink.
Nice.
I think it's funny. You should probably get that before the end of the show.
Yeah.
I don't remember what the redeem thing is.
Oh,
I think we left it standard, though.
MQI says, you have to tell me if the daiquiri mix is good. I haven't tried it yet. I was just like, I cannot wait. I'm going to probably do the margarita route, though, because I'm a tequila person. But totally going to try it. It'll be fun.
Also, before I jump... Okay, hang on. I'm watching this. Best vodka I ever had was 100 proof. I don't remember the brand. It's because it was 100 proof. You got real fucked up.
Oh my fucking God.
If you don't know, by the way, when there's something's proof, you just divide that in half. That's your percentage of alcohol.
Oh my sweet baby
so
Jesus.
100 proof means it was 50%.
Are you serious?
Yes. Everclear is 190 proof, which means it's 95% alcohol. It is awful. Chunkster says, I'm drinking with you guys. I have my rosé in hand.
Adam's favorite comments at the end
of every show when the
it's
fucking
just
credits
Chunkster.
are ready.
Adam likes to read Chunkster's notes on how she feels at the end of the show.
I read everything that goes by at the end of the show. So as I'm reading, I always see Chunks be like, man, I'm fucking drunk. Every time it makes me laugh. It's so funny, dude. Okay, sorry about that. What I was going to say, maybe I should just cut this in the show. Yeah, I'll cut it in the show. Fuck it. So before we move on to the next story, I do want to mention that because of the wonderful folks that watch us live and do live donations during the stream, we have met another monthly goal. That monthly goal is that we are going to be doing an extra stream, in fact, this Sunday, which I believe will be the 16th? Sunday the 16th? Yeah. Sound about right to everyone?
It is the 16th because...
At 12 p.m., noon Pacific time, we will be doing our first ever, possibly only ever, cooking stream. What's that face?
Noon is so early.
We already announced it like a fucking week ago when we hit the goal. At noon, we're going to be doing a cooking stream. Most importantly, thank you to everyone who donated. We have some things in mind for what we're going to cook. We're not 100% on anything yet. However, there are a few things that we're like, should we cook this, this, or this? And we're going to put up a poll on Patreon for all of our wonderful monthly donators to help us decide. So if you're a patron, you'll be able to vote in that until Sunday. Actually, let's say Friday night. Because we have to buy the shit and we're gonna have to cook it on Sunday. So I'm excited. I have to do a whole brand new setup in the kitchen with cameras, and we have plenty of stuff, and it might get a little bit complicated, but I think it'll be fun. It's gonna be super casual. It's just gonna be us hanging out in the kitchen doing stuff.
Our kitchen is not like a fancy chef kitchen.
It's not a chef kitchen. It's a kitchen.
It's a kitchen.
So yeah. I don't know how long it'll last. It'll probably just be us, signing on, telling you folks what we're gonna be making. And then having some camera work done. We're not sure exactly how yet. We're still working through the logistics of it. But yeah, I'm excited to see how it goes. And hopefully some of the things that we cook are things that we're good at so they can at least come out edible. And then I think there'll be at least one thing that might be a little bit risky that we could fuck up and it'll be kind of hilarious. We'll see what happens with it. We haven't 100% decided on what that's going to be though. So thank you so much for everyone who donated. Thank you to the Patreons out there who are going to be helping us decide what we're going to cook.
Yeah.
And we'll see you on Sunday at noon. Our time, Pacific time.
Yeah, Pacific time.
All right.
I don't know if it's standard or whatever.
It's daylight time right now.
It's PDT.
It's PDT. So let's read what else we have over there. It's not a whole lot left scrolling by. MQI says, holy moly, I'm 33 and didn't know that. What a loser I am. You are not a loser. I'm What's Your Name says, I was drinking that vodka with a beer chaser. God damn.
I'm What's Your Name says, woke up in the hospital and immediately started flirting with the nurse. Jesus.
Wow.
Was the nurse your wife? That'd be cute.
Maya said,
I've heard that before.
Can't wait. Hailstorm says Master Chief mode.
No. That says Master Chafe mode. You know what's funny is my friend Feedback, one of his first ever Xbox Live usernames was Master Chafe.
CHEIF is Chafe? I thought it was CHAFE.
Either way, it's not Master Chief, dude.
Okay, cool.
I was just like, it was hilarious when we were in high school, I think, is when that's how he spelled his Xbox Live name, and I was just like, that's hilarious, because everybody already had Master Chief, because Halo was one of the OG games on Xbox, right? So it's just, anytime I see Master Chief, it makes me laugh, because it reminds me of my friend.
Look at this Master Chief. Every time I do it makes me laugh.
Chunkster says I'm a drunk chef tonight. Oh, we should totally have drinks while we cook too.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
That'll be fun. I think
Cocktails.
in between while we're cooking, we can make drinks. I think that'd be really fun.
I agree. Let's do that. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and get everything set up, and we're going to be moving on to...
Hailstorm meant Master Chef, not Master
We're
Chief.
both wrong. All right. Just going to get some stuff ready really quickly. Going to check out...
All right. We just started watching Master Chef Junior. That shit is so dope.
It's okay.
I love
It's not
the
Top
kids,
Chef.
but I love the kids. The kids make me laugh. I think Gordon Ramsay is so cute with the kids. I don't know. It's cute.
Cool. All right. Let's get into this next one. Gonna mark it. Click. Okay, so I'm going to move into the next SCP of the show. This is SCP-1230, suggested by Z-Ray-D, if I'm not mistaken, over there on Discord. They gave a little brief synopsis, like 1 sentence long, of what this is. I haven't read this yet, because I was like, that sounds awesome. I'm definitely reading this on the show. So, first of all, this object class is safe. I don't think you really need a definition of what safe means, but in case you're out there like, I don't know what that means, I've never heard the word before. Safe class SCPs are anomalies that are easily and safely contained. It's easy peasy lemon squeezy. It's like the farmer at the beginning of DBZ.
Stressy, depressy, lemon zesty.
Wow, it's not that. So, special containment procedures. There's a whole opening to this that has strike through, like, you know, the line through the word. So it's not redacted, so I can read it. Basically, this has been taken out of this, but you can still see what it said before, which is SCP-1230 is to be kept in a secure storage locker at Site 12. Access requires minimum clearance 2 with authorization and supervision by clearance 3 research and security staff, respectively. Supervising personnel are not to view SCP-1230's contents. Personnel accessing SCP-1230 are required to submit written accounts of dreams experienced within 48 hours of access.
So this thing fucks with your brain.
So it has been changed. It says see addendum, and now here's the new shit that you can do for the containment procedures. SCP-1230 has been relocated to a secure storage locker behind the desk of Site 12's main library. Access is available to clearance 2 personnel deemed to be in satisfactory psychological condition by Site psychiatric staff.
Okay.
Personnel accessing SCP-1230 must submit written accounts of their dreams within 48 hours of access and submit to follow-up psychological examination.
They just want to see what happens
It's not as locked down. They just want to know what you dreamt within 2 days of you doing it, and then they want to check your head to see if you're fucking crazy now. This is the description. SCP-1230 is an unlabeled, green, hardcover book with no apparent exceptional qualities. When SCP-1230 is opened, it displays the phrase, "A hero is born," on the first page viewed, while all other pages are blank.
Okay.
Quote, resetting once the book is closed. This has no obvious effects at first, but upon falling asleep, the reader will dream of a fantasy world where they are the protagonist of a troubled land. Dreamers are completely unaware, and all senses work just as well as when they're awake. Results vary depending on the imagination of the reader and are mostly attuned to fantasies of adventure that the reader would enjoy. In the mind of the reader, these dreams have been documented to last anywhere between 45 seconds, and then it cites a specific experiment, to 200 years.
What?
But in reality, the reader will usually never be asleep for longer than they normally would be.
Okay.
Upon awakening, so it's some Inception shit. They go like 1 level deep, they go like 3 levels deep sometimes. Upon awakening, the reader is able to remember every aspect of their dream in detail. In SCP-1230, Induced Dreams, there is always a character called, quote, the Bookkeeper, which is SCP-1230-1, appearing as a bearded man in a green cloak who claims to be the personification of SCP-1230 himself. SCP-1230-1 has been reported to be very amicable and helpful towards dreamers. It is stated that it enjoys creating these fantasyscapes and always tries to shape them in such a way that the dreamer garners the most entertainment out of it. It has expressed sorrow when the dream comes to an end and asks the dreamer to, quote, please visit again soon.
So this thing is the DM.
Coolest fucking thing ever.
the guy, number 1, is a DM, right?
Yeah.
He's gotta be.
The book is a sentient dungeon master where if you read the first page, you're going to have a dream of a campaign that could be short or it could be long. All right, so then there's some other stuff below this regarding discovery and experiments, which I'm going to jump into. Discovery. In a small bookstore located in Redacted, the shopkeeper had no recollection of owning the unlabeled book, but attempted to sell a story to a local newspaper about a, quote, magical dream book. The Foundation was able to dispel the story as a hoax, and SCP-1230 was confiscated.
You know what's funny is I just watched the episode of Supernatural where they meet all the dream walkers. The dream walkers. So this is it's giving me those vibes, the dream walking vibes.
It's kind of funny that it's happening at the same time, or around the same time. All right. Experiment 1. Dr. Blank. It's actually Dr. F. Dr. F, in an attempt to test its effective range, opened SCP-1230 and boarded a flight to his hometown of Blank, where he spent the night at a hotel. Upon his return, Dr. F reported that SCP-1230-1 appeared in his dreams and explained that once you read A Hero Is Born, the dream is immediately implanted into your subconscious, after which SCP-1230-1 is able to manipulate it remotely.
Okay.
Dr. F expressed his appreciation for SCP-1230-1's
this
cooperation.
This thing is nice.
I love this so far. Okay, experiment 2. A camera was set up above SCP-1230, and using a mechanical arm, the book was opened. All pages were revealed to be blank. It seems SCP-1230 is only effective when opened by beings that are able to have dreams. SCP-1230-1 explained to a subsequent dreamer that it is actually only able to affect beings, quote, with an imagination.
So dogs can't?
And that most creatures, such as animals, would not be affected. I bet you fucking dogs would dream.
Dogs have imaginations.
Yeah. Experiment. Okay, go ahead.
I just think the animals dream. I think animals have imaginations.
Dream. It's confirmed.
They have personalities.
All dogs go to heaven. We all agree with you there, Rob.
I've never seen that anime. Or not anime, cartoon.
It's the craziest fucking anime. It's nuts when Frieza shows up and kills everyone. All right, experiment 3. 1D class was instructed to open the book. So I think they're taking another SCP.
Okay.
And they're having it open the book. And, in parentheses, after much reassurance that his experiences would only be dreams, ordered to immediately find a way to kill himself in the dream. The subject was asleep for merely 45 seconds before he awoke with a start and a nervous sweat. He reported being at the summit of a volcano called the Ashen Spire on a quest for Caladius the Blessed Blade. When asked how the subject knew the names, he stated, "It's like I knew them all along."
Wow.
He apparently leapt into the volcano and, quote, felt an
then that it's locked behind a desk because you don't want people to get that addiction. Like,
I would open that fucking book every day. Every single day.
But then it's like Inception where you forget whether you're dreaming
it's not
or
true.
you're...
I would know because he'd be there to tell me.
Oh, that's true.
Guide. All right, experiment 4. 1D class was instructed to open the book and attempt to non-fatally injure himself in the dream. After 6 hours, the D class awoke and reported that he was able to feel a, quote, numbed sort of pain where it was never so intense as to be unbearable. He also reported meeting an elderly cloaked man who asked him why he was harming himself, but thanked him for not immediately killing himself, quote, like that other rude fellow.
What the
Because he remembers, like, someone else showed up here and jumped in a fucking volcano.
Oh my god.
All right, experiment 5, and this is the last experiment. Professor B filed a request for access to SCP-1230 and was quickly permitted. Given his level 4 clearance, staff members recalled that Professor B was almost visibly shaking with excitement, and some reported that Professor B was an avid fan of tabletop and role-playing games.
It's like Adam right now.
Surveillance, like Adam, period. Surveillance shows that Professor B opened the book, read the phrase, sat down beside the desk, and promptly fell asleep. Staff members were alarmed when Professor B did not awake after 15 hours and alerted security. The on-site medical staff were able to confirm that Professor B was still alive and in good health. After approximately 24 hours since falling asleep, Professor B began to move, reportedly to have, quote, slowly raised his head and looked around the room, appearing deeply confused. Security entered the room to ensure he was all right, to which he replied, "Where am I?" He was sent to medical staff where he explained where and who he was. Several minutes later, Professor B appeared to have regained his memory and excused himself to the restroom. When 15 minutes passed and Professor B had not exited, a nurse entered to find he had hanged himself with his belt.
It's like fucking Inception. You forget what's real and what's not.
A scribbled message on the wall revealed his last words. Quote, "I can't go back to this." Dr. F went to ask SCP-1230-1 what had happened, but upon opening SCP-1230, all its pages were soaking wet with the same message on every page. "I'm so sorry. I never intended for this to happen. I just wanted to make people happy." Repeated over and over. SCP-1230 remained in this state for 3 weeks, and its desk had to be wiped dry bi-weekly. In an attempt to communicate, Dr. F placed a sticky note inside SCP-1230 with the statement, "I'd like to talk to you if that's all right." The next morning, Dr. F filed a report about a dream he had concerning SCP-1230, and there's like a completely separate report that you can go into, but it basically just sums it up here saying, shortly after the report was filed, surveillance showed Dr. F slipping another small paper into SCP-1230. A few days after, SCP-1230 began showing its usual "A Hero is Born" greeting once again. When asked what the note said, Dr. F declined to give detailed comment, simply stating that he, quote, just gave it some friendly advice.
I think this is just really sweet, and it's so sad that the SCP was like, I didn't mean to do anything.
Actually, this report is not too long if you all want to hear what he dreamed when he went in there to talk to SCP-1230.
I feel like we should ask the stream. Do you guys want to hear?
I mean, we're in the middle of the podcasting, so I mean, I know they're going to say they want to hear it if they're listening, so I mean, they want to hear it. I'm going to go ahead and read this.
Okay,
yeah, they're all saying yes. And I mean just Hailstorm. That's good enough for me. All right, so this is what the dream was. Upon falling asleep last night, I dreamt I was in a dark void. There was a street lamp, and underneath it was SCP-1230-1 sitting in a puddle. His cloak was visibly soaked, and he was sobbing profusely.
Aww.
I remember our conversation. Dr. F says, "Bookkeeper, is that you? My God, man, where are we?" The bookkeeper, between sobs, responds, "I couldn't think of anything to make for a landscape." Dr. F replied, "Bookkeeper, what happened that day? Why did the professor kill himself? We have to know your side of the story." The bookkeeper responded after wiping his eyes, "He had such an active imagination. I was able to create a vast and beautiful universe for him, and it was obvious that he had wanted a life like that for so long. He conquered foul beasts and rescued princesses. He built kingdoms and even raised a family, but he never wanted to leave. He delved so far into his fantasy world that I soon realized he preferred his dream over the real world. I reminded him that this was all merely an illusion, but he wouldn't listen to me. He stated that if he was ever forced to leave, he would immediately end his life. I tried to keep him happy for as long as I could." Dr. F responds, "Bookkeeper, how long was the dream from his point of view?" To which he responds, 200 years, doctor.
Wow.
I did my best, but I could only hold on to him for 200 years. As sweet as dreams may be, eventually we all have to wake up. I awoke almost immediately after. I can't believe he spent 200 years in his dream. I'm astounded by his foolishness, but it's such a shame to have lost a brilliant mind to his own delusions."
It's just like from fucking Inception, because he kept telling her, like, we're not in the dream anymore, but she wanted so badly to go back to that dream, you know?
To stay in the dream. Yeah. She thought, like, waking life was fake. So it's not exactly like Inception. Like, he knew who he was and what was real and what wasn't, and just chose to just be like, fuck this, it's not as cool as being in the dream. So, yeah.
It's very, very big Inception vibes.
Yeah. But that is SCP-1230.
Adam loves D&D, so he appreciates that one.
Yeah. I thought this one was exciting. I actually didn't read through that part.
It's a dark twist.
So I didn't realize it was going to have a little bit of a sad ending, but I appreciate that they put so much nuance into it. It's like, and here's the dark side of what could happen if this thing actually existed. So, good stuff. I really like that one. Thank you for suggesting it. Margaret, let's see what you folks had to say besides, we want to hear it. We want to hear it. Yes, of course you want to hear it. It was awesome. All right, let's scroll up.
They see me scrolling. They hating.
Man, a lot of chat during that one. Laura Ann jumped in and said, "Hello, Spooky Fam."
And then they only stayed around for a little while, had to go to sleep. So thank you so much for hopping in and just saying hi.
Chung says, time to cook the smoked sausage and bacon to add the
smoked
beans.
Smoked sausage and bacon for beans? Dang.
Sounds good.
Oh, dang.
Let's check Facebook chat. Diego said, "This is love." Lizzie B said, in regards to whether or not animals dream. LOL, they dream.
They totally dream. Animals.
In particular, it was
definitely
dogs.
dream.
It wasn't just animals. Chunk says, "Meanwhile, the rice is cooking very nicely. It will end up tasty and fluffy."
Nice.
It's funny, Robin's been watching, what's it called? Food Wars.
Food Wars.
And it's like, all I hear is talk about food and then like sounds of people having sex, because
They
apparently
don't
people
have
lose their minds
sex.
when they
It's
eat
like
the food.
eating delicious food is like an orgasmic experience for them. So it's Adam keeps hearing these like really strange noises.
I'm like, what is going on back there? Glitch says, "Best fucking anime ever. All dogs go to heaven." Remember when Charlie gets the Shinsu beans? He gets to come back and gets to learn how to do the spirit bomb.
Jesus. Oh, I mean, it's not Jesus that comes back, but the sensu beans.
I mean, he does come back. He just doesn't have sensu beans. Yeah, it's sensu. Let's gonna keep scrolling here. Chunkster says to Natty, who said they love rice. Same. Trying jasmine rice this time. Last time I used basmati.
Basmati is like the longer, like abruptly cut grains, I think, that we get when we get Indian food.
Right on. That makes sense.
Yeah.
All right. Glitch says, "Aw, poor DM. Hailstorm and lots of other folks."
I can't believe they kept having to wipe the table, dry the table, because he was crying so much.
It was
over
raining
what
in there,
happened.
too. He was just sitting there raining. Maya said yes over there. They want to hear it. Glitch said no. I fucking hate you. Scrolling. Everyone's saying goodnight to Laura Ann. And they said, "That's so sad." It did end sad. Moonprint says he slept and chose violence. He didn't really choose violence. He just sort of chose to end his own life, which is super sad. He chose guests checking out.
When he was in his dream, it's not that he wanted to fight things and be a violent person.
He wanted to live this crazy adventure.
He wanted to live an adventure, and he was an older man, right? So I'm sure he just lived this whole life of
I think
just...
It gave his age, but I assumed he was an older man.
I just assumed he wasn't, because level 4 clearance, I just assumed.
That means he's older?
No, just more experience, so he gets more clearance. I don't know. But he just seems so excited to use it, you know what I mean? And he probably lived this long life and was like, well, I want to have an adventure in my life, and so he decided to do that.
Going on an adventure.
And he just lived through these extravagant and amazing worlds, and just.
I'm watching. Says sometimes waking up from a very real dream can be very confusing and heartbreaking.
I always wake up really sad when I am super well off in my dreams, and then I wake up and
Robin
realize...
acts like we're the poorest, most worthless people on the fucking place. She wakes up and her reality is so depressing. She instantly gets sad.
But it's just like, oh man, I really wish I had that car. You know what I mean? Where you have this nice car or something, you wake up and like, oh, okay.
I usually wake up and I'm relieved because my nightmares are over.
Or sometimes he wakes up and he's mad because he's like, you're such a whore in my dreams.
It's true. And then she sits here on the show and just talks about she wants to get into other people's insides. It's gross.
Chunkster, someone said something about blue rice.
Trader. Chunkster said to Natty, "Blue rice, interesting. Tell me more. I'm making Brazilian style rice."
I don't know what that is. A lot of people are saying Food Wars is really great. I love Food Wars. It makes me hungry and it makes me want to learn to cook. It's crazy. I'm rewatching it because I haven't watched the second season, so I'm just going through first season again to.
Neff Course says, "Started watching Food Wars, but just couldn't get past all the moaning noises. LOL."
I'm into it.
It's definitely not one you can have on high volume unless you want people to be confused.
It's just so funny because I'm sure Spooky Mom's like, I don't know what they're watching up there, but
I guarantee you she thinks it's me too. She thinks I'm watching some ridiculous shit. And it's just Robin watching Food Wars.
Anyway. All right. I'm going to get into my last one.
I will mark it. I was actually going to start watching Invincible yesterday, Glitch.
911 girl says, popping in to say hi. Got to go back to work.
Thank you for joining us, 911 girl.
Be a badass.
Maya says black rice is good. Good to know. They also said freaking awesome. Loved it, I think, in regards to the SCP.
I like purple rice. Purple rice is good.
I like rice in general. I think rice is fucking delicious. It's a staple of so many cultures. It's an awesome side dish or just a fucking main dish. Sometimes we have Puerto Rican rice for dinner. Sometimes we have fried rice for dinner. It's really good no matter what. All right. Let's go ahead and get you ready to go. Also, who was the one who suggested this one? I think it was Notorious Infamy.
Notorious B.I.G.
Yep, SCP-999. Cool. So give a shout out to Notorious Infamy for suggesting this one.
My back hurts and my butt hurts. I've been sitting too long. I sit at my job and I sit at home.
I sit at this exact desk for around 13 hours before work is done. Work and show. And then for recreation, I sit at this desk and I play fucking games so I can be close to Robin.
All right, one more sip of the honey mead.
Same. Oh my god. Actually, I need to check and see if anything else has been redeemed. No. Okay, we're caught up on everything.
All right. All right, so I'm going to get into my next SCP, the last SCP of this particular episode. Thank you so much, Nefcore. Notorious Infamy over in Discord for suggesting that we do this one. The one that I'm going to cover is SCP-999.
Interesting.
It's object class safes, and supposedly it's really wholesome, is how they described it in Discord. So, super excited. You know me, I'm all for the wholesome stuff.
Haven't read anything of it. I did see a picture of it, though, and I gotta say,
totes adorbs?
It looks pretty cute.
All right, so special containment procedures for this particular SCP. SCP-999 is allowed to freely roam the facility should it desire to. Oh, is it a doggo? But otherwise must stay in its pen either between 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. for sleeping or during emergency lockdowns for its own safety. Oh my god, it sounds adorable. Subject is not allowed out of its pen at night or off facility grounds at any time. Pen is to be kept clean and food replaced twice daily. All personnel are allowed inside the holding area, but only if they are not assigned to other tasks at the time or if they are on break. This sounds so cute. Subject is to be played with when bored and spoken to in a calm, non-threatening tone. This thing is just like, you need to treat like baby. It's so cute.
Treat like a cute puppy.
SCP-999 appears to be a large, amorphous, gelatinous mass of translucent orange slime weighing about 54 kilograms or 120 pounds, with a consistency similar to that of peanut butter.
It's a blob.
Subject size and shape is easily malleable and can change shape at will, though when at rest, SCP-999 becomes a rounded, oblate dome roughly 2 meters wide and 1 meter in height. So it does become like one of those little raindrop cakes.
Yeah, I see it as a blob from like the Dragon Quest games.
Yeah.
Just orange.
Okay. The surface of SCP-999 consists of a thin, transparent membrane similar to that of an animal.
Animal, the new way to say animal.
Of an animal cell, roughly 0.5 centimeters thick, and is highly elastic, so bouncy, allowing SCP-999 to flatten portions of its body up to 2 centimeters thin. This surface is also hydrophobic, waterproof, although SCP-999 can willfully absorb liquids.
So it can drink if it wants to. It kind of sounds like Flubber, but I haven't seen that movie in a long time.
Oh my god, Flubber! The rest of SCP-999's body is filled with a viscous orange substance of unknown chemical makeup, though it is capable of digesting organic materials with ease. So it can eat stuff, but it's translucent on the inside, so you can see. Can you see the food getting digested?
It's like a Jell-O mold. You can see what's in it.
Subject's temperament is best described as playful and dog-like. When approached, SCP-999 will often react with overwhelming elation, slithering over to the nearest person and leaping upon them, hugging them with a pair of pseudopods, while nuzzling the person's face with a third pseudopod. So it can create arms, pretty much.
And a face for nuzzling.
All the while emitting high-pitched gurgling and cooing noises. The surface of SCP-999 emits a pleasing odor that differs with whomever it interacts with. Aww.
From the movie Michael, where Michael's an angel and the women he's trying to attract all smell the thing from their childhood that they love the most.
That's cute.
Okay, she apparently didn't watch the movie that we've watched together.
Recorded scents include chocolate, fresh laundry, bacon, roses, and Play-Doh. I honestly do not like the smell of Play-Doh. But to each their own. Simply touching SCP-999's surface causes an immediate mild euphoria, which intensifies the longer one is exposed and lasts long after separation from the creature. So touching it makes you happy.
You get high on this thing.
Subject's favorite activity is tickle wrestling, often by completely enveloping a person from neck down and tickling them until asked to stop, though it does not always immediately comply with this request, so it is evil in some points.
In some adorable ways.
Though injuries may occur, SCP-999 has never found to be purposefully harmful to others and will immediately back away and contract its body into a quivering mound while gurgling in a manner similar to a whimpering dog, seemingly apologizing for hurting someone on accident.
Aww.
This thing is so precious. While the creature will interact with anyone, it seems to have a special interest in those who are unhappy or hurt in any way.
It's an emotional support blob.
It's so cute. Persons suffering from crippling depression or PTSD, for example, have reported having a far more positive outlook on life after multiple interactions with SCP-999. The possibility of manufacturing antidepressants from the slime is currently being discussed. Please do. That's great. In addition to its playful behavior, SCP-999 seems to love all animals, especially humans. We're animals. Refusing to eat any meat and even risking its own life to save others. On one occasion, leaping in front of a person to take a bullet fired at them. Subject's intellect is still up for debate, though its behavior is infantile. It seems to understand human speech and most modern technology, including guns.
I don't think an infant would jump in front of a fucking bullet to save a friend.
SCP-999's diet consists entirely of candy and sweets, with M&Ms and Necco wafers being its favorites. Its eating methods are similar to those of an amoeba.
It's pretty fucking adorable.
It's so fucking cute. There's an addendum that says, reminder to all staff, SCP-999 is not to consume caffeinated soft drinks of any kind. Last week, someone gave it a can of soda or cola along with its usual breakfast. Not only was it literally bouncing off the walls for half an hour, but the carbonation made the SCP visibly queasy afterwards, and it refused to move or eat the rest of the day. SCP-999 has thankfully recovered since, but the staff member in question has been reprimanded. That's so sad.
It's so funny. Soda's just not good for it, or us for that matter.
It's like, you can't give it soda because it'll go fuck nuts.
You had to work fuck nuts in there, didn't you?
All right. So the following is a report from an experiment in which SCP-682 was exposed to 999 in hopes that it'll curb the creature's omnicidal rage. So
what is SCP-682?
I don't know. Let's find out. Let's click on it. Let's click. Oh, it is an angry one. Let's see. It's class Keter, so it's dangerous. And
let's just go a brief description. Scroll up.
Oh, where is it?
Description.
Oh. So it's a big reptile-like creature.
Extremely intelligent.
Really strong, really fast, really smart.
Wants to kill everything.
Yeah, wants to kill stuff.
Got it. Okay.
Cool.
It's like a big kimono dragon. That's what I'm picturing in my head.
All right. Click. Cool. So they want to try to make it so
it hangs out with SCP-999
and makes it not so murderous.
Just see what happens.
Okay, so while together, obviously 999 is really happy, and 682 is just like, what is that? And as it comes closer, it's jumping up and down like a dog. Oh my god, it's so cute. 682 is just like, this thing's disgusting, and steps on 999, completely flattening them. And observers are like, we gotta abort this mission, when 682 starts talking again. And then it starts laughing, and it starts feeling good. 999 crawls up from between 682's toes, up along its side, around its neck, and then clings onto it and starts nuzzling it with one of its little arms. And SCP-682 starts getting super happy. Oh my god. This is just too cute, because it just starts, this murderous creature starts laughing. Oh my god.
And giggling.
And then it starts getting tickled. It's just cute. This whole thing's cute.
Basically, one of the more evil creatures on the site was neutralized by SCP-999.
Let's see. Then SCP-999's removed. 682 immediately wakes up and unleashes an identifiable wave of energy from its body, all while laughing maniacally. All persons within the wave's range collapse into crippling fits of laughter. So it's like they work together. It's so weird. SCP-682 tries to escape and slaughter everything in its path. SCP-999 tries to save everyone while that's happening. It's just like, it's happy for a second, but it takes the opportunity to keep murdering. But 999's pretty cute. I love them. Yeah. I want one. If I could get one, that'd be great.
It's like those things from Dragon Quest mixed with Flubber if it made you happy when you touched it. So.
Yeah. Flubber was really destructive, though, right?
It just bounced a lot. It's not Flubber's fucking fault. Just saying. It's like you blame a rubber band when you snap it in someone's eye. No, you blame the person who snapped it.
Do we tell you guys about when Adam poked me in the eyeball?
We told them, yeah. Where you were like turning your head in such a weird
painful.
fucking way that I couldn't move out of the way. And you're like, you hit me.
I could have been blinded.
She like moved forward and like did this weird fucking pivot. And like I had pulled my hand back to get out of the way. I still wanted making contact just with her eyeball. One finger touched her eyeball. Like, ew. I've already told them the story.
Thank you for calling my eyeball gross.
It is gross. It's wet.
All right. But yeah, so that's SCP-999. Thank you.
Thank you for suggesting it in Tori's infamy. We appreciate you. All right, let's read what was written. Let's read what you folks had to say while we were going through that one. And then it's time for Marbles on Stream. Let me steal that mouse from you. Thank you. Why are you wiping? Why are your hands sweating? It's so
I'm telling
gross.
you, it's hot in here.
So they have I'm What's Her Dinner said, that's me making fun of her because every time I say that, that's what she says. I'm What's Her Dinner says, I once woke up from a dream of taking care of my baby daughter. I immediately started to ask where the baby was before I remembered I don't have a baby. It was so sad because I felt like I had lost someone, but that person never existed.
That's so sad.
That is sad. I've never had that happen to me. Moonprint said, oh, this SCP. It's friend-shaped, which is hilarious. Tiny Intonation said back to What's Dinner. That's so sad. I had a dream once where I lived a long life with a family member, a friend, I think, and they died somehow in my dream. I woke up confused, thinking I had remembered losing someone close to me when I didn't.
I've had a dream that my best friend growing up, we were both FBI agents and she got shot, and it was real weird. It was like an intense dream where I'm just like, don't die. I
had a dream once where I was shot in the head, and it's like I felt like the bullet hit my head and like rip off part of my skull. And I was laying there watching like the blood pool in front of my like lifeless face, and I could see the gunfight continuing on. It's really fucking weird. It's the only time I've ever died and stayed in my dream. Usually I just like shock awake when that happens. That's why when people are like, if you die in your dream, you die in real life. Not true. Chunk says, in regards to the TV show Invincible, it's dark and gory. I was in for a surprise. My boyfriend have read the comics, though, so yeah.
Thank you so much, Creasy70201, for subscribing for 5 months at Tier 1.
That would be Mr. McClam.
Oh, shit.
That's his handle, Creasy. Thank
Dave.
you so much.
Right?
What?
Dave?
Yeah, David.
Yeah, David.
Yeah, you can give him his full name away now.
Sorry.
I don't know why that was necessary, but whatever. Now y'all know. Creasy is also a reference to the movie... Fuck, it's Denzel Washington, and it's actually a remake of a different movie, Man on Fire, where they take the little girl.
That man is on fire.
It's actually a really good movie. It's directed by Tony Scott, Ridley Scott's brother, who passed away.
Glitch says, I need SCP-999 merch now.
No shit, right?
Someone says, OMG, I just Googled SCP-999. It is now my most favorite thing I have ever seen. Oh, I haven't seen a picture. Show me a picture.
Hang on really fast. I'm What's Your Name says, having a memory like Robin's when it comes to movies must be great. All you need is about 5 movies to be played in rotation, and it'll always feel like you're watching something new. Kind of true.
I watch a lot of movies over and over and over again, and I have a lot of guilty pleasures. And once I watch a movie enough, then I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah, I was thinking about this today, actually. You know what my favorite line is from the entire trilogy of 50 Shades?
What?
Topping from the bottom again, huh, Miss Gray? Because it's the last thing that's said in those fucking movies. It's the very end of the third one. And I know that because every time I hear it, I'm like, thank God it's over.
It's Mrs. Gray.
It's the longest you'll have to go. You get to go between watching those movies is when you're binging the trilogy. And then like when the third one's over, you should have a lot of time between that and the next watch. I don't know where the fucking picture is. It's not showing it over here.
You saw it though, right?
Yeah, I saw one, but it wasn't in here.
It's irresistible. Don't copy. Strike. Oh my god.
Oh, these are the Google ones, that's why.
Those are so cute.
It looks fucking adorable, except it didn't have eyes or a mouth. It just had like the protruding blobs.
It's freaking adorable.
I think this is the best one.
Oh.
It's super cute. Super cute.
It's fucking adorable.
All right, let's read the rest of these. Going to scroll this to the side.
Okay. Whew. This.
Some discussion on whether or not you wash rice. Let me bring.
You wash rice before you cook it.
I like washing rice because it puts some moisture onto it already, so you can do a 1-to-1 ratio if you're cooking it in an Instapot, and it works better that way. Lizzie B put up a sad face 2 minutes ago. Not exactly sure why. Not sure what we were saying about each other.
Probably because the thing still killed everybody at the end.
It was 2 minutes ago.
2 minutes ago. I don't know. What did I say?
I don't know. We probably said something stupid.
Oh,
Sorry
yeah,
about that.
Sorry.
All right. Lots of discussion on cooking rice. It's just hilarious. ASB Bunny says, I've heard of SCP-999. Isn't as innocent as you think. I don't know. I didn't see any addendum over there about that, so that's kind of weird. Very cryptic.
Maybe about you poking my eye.
Oh, yeah. It might have been the eye thing, but I still think that was too long ago. Either way, no big deal. I'm Listener says, I once accidentally licked IMB Trainer's eyeball. That was gross. How do you accidentally lick someone's eyeball?
Sounds like an infection waiting to happen.
Sounds gross. Indeed. All right, I'm going to go ahead and get marbles on stream up so we can go ahead and do some racing before the end of the night.
The only thing you need to use to measure how much water to put into a pot is your finger. That's me.
First knuckle.
Yeah, that's just how, like, you stick it in, and if it reaches your first knuckle, you're good. Yeah. Chunkster says, same Robin, I love rewatching my fave shows and movies. I don't know why. My sister and I just do that. We just rewatch.
I think a lot of people do that. Like CJ, our former co-host on Nerd Chills, would watch The Office like basically on repeat, which
I have a lot of people in my life that just rewatch The Office over and over.
It's a good show to have on in the background. I mean, I used to always have movies that I would have on repeat. Like I've probably had Aliens play in the background at least 200 times. I've watched it probably 100 times.
If you folks have an Instant Pot to cook rice, it's the easiest thing in the world. It's 1-to-1 in an Instant Pot for like 4 or 5 minutes.
I recommend washing it first.
I recommend washing it first.
It gets that proper amount of moisture on it so that you don't have to worry about it being a little bit too dry.
So nice.
It's just perfect that way. All right. Looks like it's booting up. Hailstorm says, you lick their eyeball? Like, what?
It's a kink I've never heard of before.
Wow. You're just on one today. ASB Bunny posted a YouTube video that's from SCP Animated Tales from the Foundation. We'll have to check that out after the stream. All right.
Creasy says, is Robin flipping people off as she drinks tea? No, and I'm not drinking tea. I'm drinking mead.
We're drinking mead, dog. All right. Let's go ahead and get some races going. Type an exclamation point vote, then a space, then the number that goes to the track you want to race.
Tea does sound fucking good, though. I'll probably make some after this.
God, I have so many notifications. The thing is, I'll go days without getting a lot of notifications, but it's only when we're streaming that everyone's like, I need to talk to you right now. Yes! Esfend is streaming. He's like one of my favorite streamers right now. What are you doing?
Trying not to cough real loud.
You just sound weird.
You sound weird. Fuck you. How's that?
Gross. All right. I'm just going to vote randomly. What in the spades game is mead? It's the stuff Vikings used to drink. It's basically
it's the stuff.
Honey liquor wine.
Boop. Yeah. It's Viking honey.
Fucking wine. Honey wine that's like 20% alcohol.
Yeah. This is not at all carbonated. It's just like straight up wine.
I've never had mead that was carbonated. Yeah. I don't know why you would think it was carbonated.
I don't. I'm just saying it's
just a weird thing to say apropos of nothing. That's all I'm saying.
You're apropos of nothing.
Express delivery is currently the track.
It's because I almost says honey beer, but it's not carbonated.
Yeah, there's no beer in it. Like, I think there actually is. That's not true. There is hops in it.
There's hops.
It's just not carbonated. I was gonna say there's no carbonation in it. That's my bad.
There's no carbonara either.
I hate you so fucking much. Maya says licking eye trend, was that from Japan? That's hilarious. Scrolling up.
There's some weird sex things from Japan, though, for sure. Just saying.
Natty says it's fermented honey, but like vodka instead of potatoes, it's honey. Interesting. Express Delivery already has 5 votes, so I'm pretty sure that is going to be the track we're racing. Average time is 2 minutes and 26 seconds to complete it. The record time, though, is 56 seconds. For the Spooky Friends, it takes us 2 minutes and 16 seconds. We're faster than
Lemon
the average
Ghost says I got kicked off. There's still time to join the race.
Yeah,
it's okay.
And Raisin Rebel holds the Spooky Friends record with a minute.
Where's
and 11.
Raisin Rebel? It's been so long.
It has. So go ahead and get your marble on stream by typing an exclamation point vote right meow. I kind of remember this track, actually. I'm going to set this to 75 seconds since we have some people that are still booting up. No big deal. Exclamation point play.
Glitch says, so Village is going to freak Robin out and can't wait. Also, I'm going to have to help a lot. Yeah, because it's been so long since I've played a Resident Evil. I played Resident Evil 6 for a little. That like demo that came out of Resident Evil 6.
The one where the giraffe's getting blown by the chick. You don't remember that? The logo? what looked like a giraffe getting a blowjob.
Oh, I don't know.
I didn't know that until someone mentioned it to me. They came in, they're like,
I've never heard of that.
Can't believe they never changed the logo. I was like, what the fuck are you talking about? And they mentioned that when they released the logo, someone pointed out it looks like a giraffe having oral sex performed on it by who the fuck knows, a human being. And then you just can't see anything else anytime you look at the logo after that. MQI says, I'm so sad I missed the last story. You'll have to watch it back because it was actually a really good one.
It was cute. But yeah, so we're going to be playing Resident Evil Village, The Village.
Resident Evil Village or Resident Evil 8. On
Saturday. So if you folks want to watch us play this game that we're probably going to be awful at,
tune in then.
Please join us.
Saturday at noon, Pacific time.
Please join us for Giant Women.
Pacific time. All right. We got 18 marbles. Not nearly as many as I would think. We have quite a few bit more viewers than that, but no big deal. More opportunities for you folks to win. Let's see. I'm not even sure how you get out of this, but it looks
MQI
like MQI
already got out. Oh,
first.
yeah, me too. Oh, yeah, get in the hole.
The ghost ball of the person who's done the best is Raisin Rebel, and we're actually, a lot of us are way ahead of that. So let's just jump into this hole and see who's in first place. It actually looks like Robin was able to take over first place, and MQI is still stuck in the funnel.
MQI
that doesn't
said,
seem right.
I had to mom. Damn kids.
Dang.
Glitch says, I do want to watch. I already beat it.
Nice.
So you can walk us through it because we know nothing.
Yeah, you'll be our guide.
I've watched 0 videos on it.
I watched a little bit of streaming, but that person was almost done with it.
All I've seen are memes of that tall lady.
Of people being perverted about wanting a tall lady to step on them.
What is her name? Lady Demiscu?
That sounds right.
Something like that?
Well, Robin's taking a really clean line. If you wouldn't have bumped that one peg, you'd have been so far ahead. There's the shortcuts. I think that's how you wind up getting to the end in like 59 seconds or whatever.
Gotcha. Oh, God.
Maya says, I'll be working on Saturday. Well, you can always watch it back on the recorded version. Yeah, Raisin Rebel hit the ramp, and that's how they went.
Hellstorm and Glitch are both like, we'll help you. We'll teach you.
So I'm going to back up. Tiny Dancer Nation just got a little bit of a boost as well. Let's see if anyone can hit this right ramp here, because if you hit the right ramp, you're basically going to win. So,
oh, shit.
I think that was Moon Pie. Moon Pie.
Moon Pie.
Oh, wow.
Oh, no.
So
goodbye.
one of these ramps drops you out, like way up there. I can't find it. Okay. Let's just wait over here. We'll see what happens over here. How about that? I got Moon Prince all excited that they just got shortcutted to the end, and then they got shortcutted to hell. But it looks like Tiny Dancer Nation is in first place now.
Glitch says, me and Steve beat it. Fucker got all my achievements. That's why I want to play it on my
Robin's
account.
like, I would like to make this a lower quality stream so I can get achievement points.
Well, why can't I just log in?
Log into
on my
what?
Xbox account on your computer and then get the achievement points that way.
I mean, I don't know. We can try and do it that way. It just depends on what we want to buy it through, really. All right, Tiny Dancer Nation, congratulations. You have taken first place in the first race of the night. Pretty quick time, 2 minutes and 12 seconds around there. So we're going to watch everyone else trickle in to collect points on the season. MQI started out really hot. And you are currently lasty, although you haven't fallen off. So you're not truly lasty. Me and Bob are way back there as well. Let's go back to the finish line and see some winners cross the finish line. All right, we'll just hang out right there while everyone trickles in and avoids the blue wave of death.
Glitch says Steam 100% looks amazing on PC. I just love getting Xbox achievement points.
Just wants achievement points. Just achievement points. Whore.
Yeah.
So gamer score whore. That's pretty good. Kurzwolf says, I was putting child to bed.
Not children. Just one.
I imagine they go to bed at different times.
Oh, that makes sense.
All right, so no one got caught by the blue wave of death, which is nice to see. MQI says, ha ha ha, of course I'm last. At least I didn't die. That is true. I say that every day when I'm going to go to bed. I'm like, at least I didn't die today. All right, Tiny Dancer Nation says, GG, y'all. Go ahead and type in exclamation point merch. Go to that link, click on Robin's Quiet Corner, find yourself a sticker or coaster.
Or coaster, whichever.
Sticker or coaster, Scaryish related.
I'm real low
that you would
coasters.
like. Message us directly or email us and just say, this is what I would like, and this is where you can send it. All right. Race menu. Go ahead and start voting for the next track, the final track of the evening. I'm What's for Dinner is right about this. The achievement unlocked sound is just so satisfying.
It is.
It 100% is.
42. Do you guys ever just like, when you're filling out lottery tickets and stuff, you're just like, that number sounds right?
Yeah. Like, guide my hand so that I might win.
Oh my god, Ginseng Joe says, I'm looking for some pain today. Glitch says, what was that lemon depression saying, Robin? It was stressy, depressy, lemon zesty. When I saw that meme, I was just like, oh my god, that's amazing. Whoever thought of it, you're a genius.
That's what we declare as geniuses nowadays.
You're adorable.
Mensa
you should be in Mensa.
Mensa has it on their requirement sheet. You need to make a really catchy meme that rhymes
really great memes.
3 out of 4 times minimum. And QI says, again, I have no idea what I'm doing. I voted the same as Robin because it sounded right.
I just vote random numbers.
That's all we ever do.
Yeah.
That's all you can do.
That's me.
All right, right now the crank tank, which is what I call the bedroom when I'm alone.
Oh my god.
Is the leading track.
What?
Or the bathtub. That sounds even funnier.
Oh, it makes sense in the bathtub,
the crank
though.
tank.
The crank tank, yeah.
All right, that one is in the lead. Let's see what number the crank tank is and how many votes it has.
That's what happens when you're together for so long. You just openly talk about it.
It's just so funny. I was just being facetious. Yeah. Robin's acting like she's being literal, which just makes things more awkward. All right, the crank tank only has 3 votes. Frozen 2 has 2 votes. I'm going to let it scroll by one more time and see if the crank tank can hold out. And if that's the track, we will be racing.
The space station. Love is in the air. These are all cute names. But we never... It's like we race the same ones over and over again.
I know.
And
we haven't raced the crank tank before. It's a fucking great name. Absolutely. Just fucking Chuckle Buster right there.
Nut Buster, really.
Why is that not a Chuckle Buster?
I said Nut Buster.
Nut Buster. Oh, got it.
Get it.
Because it's crank tank. Yep. Got it. I mean, they should have a track called the Nut Buster. Cursewell says, you all don't want to know what me and Panda Bear talk about and have no shame over. I think it's pretty similar to the shit we talk about.
It's probably
most off the air, though.
Yeah. Oh, man. You guys don't know half the things we say off air. You should hear our conversations like when one or the other gets off work and calls the other person.
Yeah, other person. It's always her. She goes, hey ho, what's up, whore? What's up, skank?
No, it's more like...
She has never greeted me as like, hey, babe.
It's more like stuff where it's like, oh, what'd you do today? And then it's like, oh yeah, tell me more. That's so fucking
She's
hot.
like, what are you doing right now? I'm like, I'm just laying in bed so I can relax while we talk. She's like, that's so fucking hot. Are you touching yourself? I'm like, yeah, totally.
What are you doing in the crank tank?
All right. The crank tank is our track. 1:25 on average to complete it. Record time in the crank tank is 21 seconds. That is one unsatisfied customer, I'll tell you that. Locally, we've never raced it. Let's get in that crank tank and see what we can do.
Oh, Lemon Go says, I keep getting kicked out. That's annoying. Cursewell says, can you believe we've been together for 14 years this year? That's so long.
That's awesome.
I'm Western Dinner says, I named my favorite shotgun in Fallout 4 Shatter Nut.
That's funny.
May have to make another one called Nut Buster. That's fucking funny. Glitch says, oh, I do. I live with a Scorpio too.
Fucking Scorpios. Exclamation point play to get your marble. I was going to say your nut. To get your marble on stream. Robin, have you gotten your marble on stream
your
yet?
pork vindaloo nut.
We only got 17. We had 18 last time. Don't hold out on us. Don't fucking sandbag us. We know you're there.
Sandbag.
We know you're there.
Sandbag.
Exclamation point play to join in. Oh, Mike Regan texted me. I love him so much. So I got Mike and Matt that texted me when we were on the air.
He legitimately loves that guy.
I love everyone, but I really love Mike, and I love Matt.
He made the theme song for Nerd Chills.
He did. He also made the theme song for Scene Missing, which we haven't started yet.
We have not.
But he made the theme song for it. We have 20 marbles, by the way. Good job, y'all.
If you want to hear episode 1, it's in one of our past episodes, so you can listen to episode 1 of Scene Missing.
Storage. Jesus Christ. I was just going to say, we got a new patron, $10, Sora.
Nice.
Also, Carly came back because her husband got a new job. I haven't checked Discord since we got on, but I'm really curious to see what job he got.
At this point, we only have a couple slots left for the physical merch tiers at like $10 and above, because I only have 50. I only do 50 because we only have...
We'll have to start thinking about upping that number or not.
So, no, that means we have to keep ordering
more. I understand that.
Lord.
I understand what that would mean. All right, let's look at this track. It is super short.
Cursewolf used highlight my message and said, Nerd Chills reborn.
Tiny Dancer Nation says, the nut strikes back. Right now, me and Lemon Ghost are battling it out for nut extraordinary. No, I'm not going to say that.
Oh my God, stop.
Who can complete the crank tank the fastest?
Chunkster says, I'm halfway done with my rosé. Still got another half glass to finish. I'm getting a good tipsy.
Hell yeah.
Tiny Dancer Nation, the nut strikes back.
I already read that.
You already did.
Robin doesn't listen. Lemon Ghost is not the lead.
All I'm thinking of is that episode of Letterkenny where they're just like...
They like saying nut in a bunch of different weird ways. Yeah. Pork vindaloo nut. Yeah, this is just a really straightforward... I don't know how someone finished it in 21 seconds, but really straightforward track. I would really like a win. I haven't won in forever.
Bob says,
Robin wins all the fucking time.
Hashtag nerdchills, hashtag Malum husbando.
It's funny. I think Lemon Ghost is going to take this one. Congratulations, Lemon Ghost. I won! You still take it. I don't collect a prize. So congratulations, Lemon Ghost. Type in !merch. Click on that link. Go to Robin's Kawaii Corner. And if you find yourself a Scaryish themed, I was going to say nut again, coaster or sticker. Well, Robin Grace is lasty this time.
Lasty.
Message us and let us know. Here is the sticker or coaster I would like.
And then also include your mailing address, please. Thank you.
So congratulations to me on completing the Crank Tank first. Finally get some fucking points this season. I just more than doubled my total. I'm up to 14. Hailstorm is at 27. I've actually read these in like 2 weeks. Tiny Dance Nation's at 26. I'm Watching Yours at 25. Cursed Wolf, holy shit, is at 38. Killing it. Got 5 wins on the season. I don't remember this happening. You've been playing other marbles games, haven't you? 50 races, you absolutely have. You're cheating on us with another marbles stream. That's okay. Actually, Faison is at 12. ASB Bunny is at 14. Got a lot of folks at 13. IMB Trans at 16. Chunks is at 10. And Robin's at 28.
Tiny Dancer Nation says, the last nut, Robin Grace.
That's hilarious. So, congratulations, Lemon Ghost. Good stuff. All right, let's go ahead and switch us over to our regular cams. And I'm going to go ahead and get this. Oh, fuck. I hit random track instead of close it out. So let's go ahead and close that. Pork vindaloo nut. Main menu. Exit. Robin doesn't vamp ever. She's on her phone. Doing this alone because she's on her phone.
I'm literally reading the chat.
Literally reading the chat in her head, not out loud. Does not communicate with anyone. I don't know how the song started. All right.
Cursed Wolf says, Big Buddy Nick. I don't know what that is.
I don't either.
Kayla Ray Reed says, smash that nut button. I wish we could change, like, subscribe to nut. That'd be hilarious.
You want to change it?
Like, if you could on
Thanks
menus.
for nutting. That just brings up someone's face like, oh. Is that what you want?
Vinegar Strokes.
Vinegar Strokes face. Is that what you want?
No. Okay.
Let me mark it and I'll just do the outro. I don't need you taking it over and saying some ridiculous shit because you're drunk on mead. All right, so I want to thank everyone who listened to this episode. It was extremely fun. I fucking love the SCP episodes. Thank you to everyone who suggested SCPs. Other folks have actually suggested other SCPs as well, which we will be covering in the future. We just picked these two in particular tonight, so thank you one more time to those folks. If you have an SCP you would like to listen to us read, you can either hit us up on Discord. You can email us. You can email us at any of our email addresses. We have pastatime@scaryish.com, where you can suggest things like SCPs. You can suggest creepypastas or send your own if you have them so that we can read them on the air. We also have storytime@scaryish.com, which is where you can send your actual experiences, not fake shit, that have happened to you, a friend, a family member, that can be spiritual, supernatural, creepy, coincidental, true crime, extraterrestrial, or just funny in nature. And we would love to hear those. Or you can hit us up on any of our social medias. Facebook is facebook.com/Scaryish Podcast. Twitter is @Scaryish Pod, and Instagram is @Scaryish Podcast. Robin's dying.
Sorry.
Robin, for folks who would like to donate to us, how can they do so?
You can go to patreon.com/Scaryish Podcast. There are a bunch of tiers you can check out. Those are monthly subscriptions. Tiers start at $1, and at $1 you get ad-free episodes. Who doesn't like ad-free? Also, we're doing a stream on Sunday that if you sign up today, hopefully if it's Friday, you can actually help us choose what we're going to be cooking for our cooking stream on Sunday. So pretty cool. And if you're not into the monthly donation type thing, you can go to ko-fi.com/Scaryish Podcast, and those are one-time donations. All your donations go to helping us upgrade our studio setup, kind of keep us going. Invest in us so we can invest in you.
We will invest back in the podcast. We have done it so many times before because of all the generosity we have received. So one more time, thank you so much to everyone who listens, supports us in all these different ways. It means the world to us. But that's about everything we have for Pasta Time number 7. So Robin, go ahead and sign us out.
Keep on creeping on. We'll talk to you guys later.
Bye-bye. Those are 4 high fives redeemed! Woo!